live. The home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Clippers. Now here's Porzingis. Shoots a fader. That one's in. His first shot this game. We've got a battle of the big men inside, Clark. Both teams with talented front courts.
Well, these teams rely heavily on their 4 and 5 guys, Kevin. It's going to be, I think, a lot of fun to watch. So keep that isolated Cam on the paint area. That's where most of the action is going to take place.
Here is Heinrich following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Back to Heinrich. Fires the three. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Houston's ball. 4-point game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Missed inside. Inside. Jokic with the bucket.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Outside Harper. Thompson in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Over Barnes. Rebound by the Nuggets.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Back to Jokic. He's right. We see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Thompson. Barnes grabs the miss.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. Coach joked that if he focused on a single aspect of stopping Nikola Jokic, he would probably just beat them a different way. Instead, he showed the team 5 video clips, each with a specific failure of guarding Jokic. He's asked his players to prevent those mistakes from happening. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Barnes outside. Pass to Murray. Here's Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lets it go from 14. And yes, it's good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Houston in the lead. Heinrich with the steal. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
And that's on the D. You can't lose Heinrich in transition or he'll burn you.
And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:31 left in the first. Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Now here's Heinrich. Pass to Jokic. Tipped away. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, Jokic is like the encyclopedia of basketball, Kevin. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game. Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Porter. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. To the inside. And that one's good. Jokic has got 7.
Look, I think Murray is best described as a combo guard, but he can make passes too.
Outside Butler. Outside Porter. From outside the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. On the wing, Barnes. Wide open look here for Murray. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Was shot by Redick. No good. Nuggets trailed by 7. Here's Porter. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Kevin, back to you.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. 5 on the clock. Stewart a screen. Ball with the bucket.
And LaMelo saw the defense and went right to the floater. That's a heads-up play.
Denver leading by 7. Here's Ivy. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And the advantage he has is obvious. It's clear. I mean, just taking what the defense gives him there.
Ball with the bucket.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The 3 from Barnes. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Left side, Butler. Outside, Ball. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Porter comes away with the hustle bucket. That time, using his size to make an impact on the offensive glass.
Pass to Ellis. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting. Looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could be without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Nice shot by Thompson.
He was free to fire at his leisure there. Not much resistance.
Floats one up, and it's Gordon missing. And here's Houston. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. The screen from Thompson. Houston needs to get a shot. Fires from 18. Ball no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Gordon. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Stewart a screen. Plenty of space. Diabate grabs the board.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you've got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Now, Ivy. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Thomas outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra. He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. He gets it up. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Jokic a screen. Denver passing it around. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Harper up top. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Defenses struggle with Porzingis in the paint. I mean, he's able to shoot right over most defenders.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Outside, Porter. 4 on the clock. Over Heinrich. And Jokic with the rebound.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Pass to Heinrich. Back to Jokic. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
On the wing, Barnes. Jokic inside. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jokic has got 11 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Porter can't get that one to fall. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
And there's the call on Dylan Harper. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here.
In for the
Pass to Jokic.
number 24.
Back to Murray. Now Jokic. Headed by Porzingis. Murray for three. Good on the three-point shot. And it's a three-point Nugget lead.
We've seen Murray shoot it at over a 40% clip for a season. To me, I think that's a sign of a really good shooter.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And the Rockets with possession here. At the top of the key, Thompson. Porter in the corner. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And you know Porter Jr.'s teammates are just loving the role he's on, and they're going to do everything they can to keep him rolling.
Back to Heinrich. It's up a three. It's rebounded by Houston.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Left side, Porter. In by Porzingis. And again, it's Michael Porter. Porter's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And the Nuggets making a change here. On defense, Houston. 3-point lead. Back to Redick. Right side, Thomas. Barnes outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Rockets leading by 3. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And Harper slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for Houston. Offensively, this has been his best game.
The Nuggets, 41.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so here is Houston. It's a 3-point game. To the middle. Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
Look, Butler will get his shot now, forcing his way inside that time.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Here's Diabate. And that one is hammered home.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Clock at 6. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Boy, the size, the vertical, the explosiveness. Porter Jr. has all the tools to throw it down.
Stewart with the steal. Edgecombe with it. Driving in. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Pass to Diabate. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
That bucket in no time at all. 6-point tier for VJ Edgecombe. Outside Gordon. Off target from three-point range.
He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Here's Porter. They set the pick. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Porter looking it over. Lets loose a three. Knocks down the three.
Yeah, that's a part of Porter's game that keeps expanding. His ability to make plays for others.
Now Jokic. Murray outside. Outside Jokic. 6 to shoot. Now Barnes launches it. Cleared away by Stewart.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it together.
Here's Thompson. Porter outside. Now Butler. It's stolen by Heinrich. Now Barnes. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
You can't make brain-neutral mistakes like that. I mean, he may get an earful later.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Butler. From about 19, Gordon with the rebound.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Already blessed with an excellent pull-up jumper, Porter Jr. gives defenders a lot of different looks to deal with.
Knocked away. Porter with the steal.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Rockets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Michael Porter.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
From deep, the 3 goes down.
Classic Jokic move right there. The defense is drawn to him inside, so he sends the ball right back out. He plays with such a high IQ.
Now Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to.
Clothing store, I need a cash register. You need help with something? Pump the gas or something. Or the TK ones on that hook.